The Canucks are still atop the Western Conference. Not only that, they're just 2 points behind the New York Rangers for first overall in the entire NHL. Are you ready to call them an official Stanley Cup contender yet?
Yes, I am there now. I think Vancouver's the real deal. Again, like I said, I think they can chase a Stanley Cup this year.
Okay, well, we've got 3 games to talk about, and you know the drill. If there's one specific one you want to see, click the time codes in the description below. Anyway, starting with Game 40 against the New York Rangers, one of the best teams in the league. And now that the Canucks have 7 healthy defensemen, Rick Tocchet has to figure out which 6 he's going to play each night, and for this game, Noah Juulsen was the one sitting out. Anyway, Nils took an early penalty, and even though Susie saved a goal here, it wasn't enough because the league's best power play ended up scoring a few seconds later to put the Rangers up 1-0. But right after that goal, Tocchet put out the newly reformed lotto line, and less than 1 minute later, they tied the game with Miller scoring his 19th goal of the season.
Nice pass.
Then just 2 minutes after that, the Canucks' 4th line came out, and thanks to a beautiful pass from Nils, we got to see a goal from Nils Big Hug Höglander! 2-1 Canucks. Let me remind you that this was the Canucks' 3rd game in 5 nights, and they're on the road playing against the best team in the Eastern Conference. This was no easy game. Then Petey casually demolished Barclay Goodrow. Shout out to all the people saying Pettersson isn't tough. Then watch this. Miller makes a bad pass to Hughes, leading to a turnover, which many Canucks fans know Miller has done before, but look at the defensive play he made to make up for it right after. It's these little details that are making such a difference this season. And guess who was right back at it in full demon mode? Thatcher Demko, stopping 93% of the shots he faced. Also, watch Miller knock Jimmy Vesey out of the crease here. That put me in a rage of joy. Then in the last minute of the first period, the lifeline came out and did what they do best. They forechecked hard and created a scoring chance for Connor Garland. Look at the effort Bluger put in here. This is how you win games. Fast forward a bit, the lotto line comes back out, and then this happens.
Lead for Pettersson. Besser goes to the net. He's in. He scores.
That's Brock Besser's 25th goal of the season, and it was a beauty. 3-1 Canucks. On to the second period, and the Canucks were right back at it, especially Demko. Look at these saves. These aren't easy to make, and it doesn't matter where the shots are coming from. The slot, the point, deflections. This guy is gonna steal games for the Canucks in the playoffs, I'm telling you. Look at this. Look at this. But here's the thing. The Rangers are a very good team, and they will capitalize on any mistakes made by their opponent, and that's exactly what they did when Besser gave away the puck here. 3-2 for the Canucks. But how do you think the Canucks responded to that? I'll give you 1 second to guess. Okay, here's what they did.
Here's Pettersson in. Leaves Pettersson. Nice move. Stop. Gets to a rebound. Tucks it in. What a play.
What a goal. The level of skill required to pull this off, I'm gonna be sick. I'm calling it now. That is gonna be the best goal of the season for the Canucks, no doubt.
A few moments later.
Hughes shooter. Across. Nice move by Höglander. He scores.
Nils Big Höglander. Are you kidding me? Through the legs? The stick lift? How were these goals scored 1 minute apart? 2 insanely beautiful highlight reel goals. I was so hyped up after this, I accidentally ordered 47 McChickens to my house in some sort of hog-induced panic. 5-2 Canucks against the New York Rangers. Right, the Rangers scored a cute little goal to make it 5-3. But Pettersson sealed the deal, scoring his 2nd goal of the game on an empty net to make it 6-3 with 90 seconds left. Look how shocked the Rangers are. Canucks won 6-3 against the New York Rangers in New York. What an impressive win.
Suck it, bitch.
Vancouver Canucks are good. Wait, do you hear that? The Vancouver Canucks are good. I think people are starting to believe. Vancouver Canucks are good. Vancouver Canucks are good. Okay, well, on to what is officially the halfway point of the season. Game 41 against ex-Canuck captain Bo Horvat's New York Islanders. Look at Miller and Horvat joking around with one another in warm-ups here. Juulsen was back in the lineup for this game, and you know what? He deserves to play, man. He's earned a spot on this roster. Just look how these headlines have changed over the season. From
"Why is Noah Juulsen still in the lineup?"
to Noah Juulsen's journey from healthy scratch to key member of Canucks penalty kill. Let's give him his flowers, boys. He deserves it. But with Juulsen back in the lineup, someone had to sit out, and the coaching staff decided on Ian Cole. Cole. But here's the thing. Rick Tocchet doesn't want us viewing this as a healthy scratch situation. He'd rather us refer to it as a maintenance day. Here's what he said when he was asked if it was a difficult conversation when he told Ian Cole he was out of the lineup.
It's tough because, a guy wants to play. But at the end of the day, he understands, and that's why we acquired a guy like Ian Cole.
Also, in case you didn't know, Noah Juulsen is from Surrey, which is a city right next to Vancouver, so he's living out his dream right now playing for the Canucks. And having the coach believe in him like this clearly means a lot to him.
What does it mean to you to hear the coach say you didn't deserve to come out of the lineup, and then after saying that, getting you right back into the lineup?
Yeah, I think it shows a lot. Obviously, he told me to my face. He said that I'm going to be right back in, so it means a lot to be back in tonight, and I think I just got to keep playing my game.
Anyway, with this being the second game in 2 nights, Thatcher Demko was given a rest, and our backup goalie Ryan Casey DeSmith was in net. And with how good he's been playing this year, it's weird to even call him a backup. Just look at this. Right at the start of the first period, he made a 6 save off an Islanders chance set up by the 3rd best Brock in the league. Then Kuzmenko tried to rinse and repeat Big Hog's move from last game, but to no avail. Garland got a chance, but was stopped by Sorokin. Then, Vancouver native Matt Barzal took a penalty, giving the Canucks just their 4th power play in the last 5 games. I don't think Barzal liked the call.
You tripped him!
No, he didn't. He fell!
But despite keeping the puck in the Islanders zone for the entire 2-minute power play, the Canucks couldn't score. But it'd be alright, because Filip Hronek scored 15 seconds after the power play ended. Wait. If you rewind, you'll see that right before Hronek scored that goal, he blasted a shot right into Islanders forward Casey Cizikas, and that injured him. He's out. And literally 2 games ago, he did the exact same thing to Devils defenseman Jonas Siegenthaler, and it led to a goal too. That shot broke his foot. Hronek is becoming one of the most feared shooters in the league. He's just breaking bones and scoring goals. Anyway, 1-0 Canucks.
Here's Hughes, cutting in front. He shoots, he scores!
Oh my god. I can't keep up with these goals, dude. This is insane. What a play by Hughes here. That's 3 highlight reel goals in 2 games. This is starting to feel a lot like the 2010s, back when they had the Sedin twins casting spells on a nightly basis. Or back in the 2000s when they had Marcus Naslund dazzling through every player like he had some sort of EA Sports cheat code. Or back in the 90s when they had Pavel Bure doing whatever the hell this is? How do you even do that? He must have covered his stick in glue before the game or something. Wow. Anyway, I need to calm down. Back to the game. It's now the 2nd period.
Canucks steal the puck back, Pettersson across, and they play a give and go and score!
Oh my god! Oh! What? Okay, another highlight reel goal. I truly can't believe what I'm seeing. My name is Nuckhead, and even I didn't expect them to be this good. I mean, I did, but look how happy they are. They're having so much fun out there. Look at the smile on Pettersson's face when he was asked about the lotto line.
You guys got back together last game and showed chemistry, and then to do it again tonight, is it fun to be back together?
I don't know, it's just so fun talking about it.
Also, right before the goal, the Canucks were controlling the play so intensely that the Islanders had gone a full 10 minutes without a single shot on goal until this chance they got, but not to worry because Casey DeSmith was right there to stop it. Thank you, Casey. They did score though, but that's fine. We want their fans to cheer at least a little bit, don't we? I mean, obviously the Canucks are gonna have to get it back with an 80s style Tyler Myers clapper off the rush to make it 4-2, but wait, Tyler Chaos Giraffe Myers just clapped one 80s style off the rush to make it 4-2? Okay. The Islanders coach was like, please be offside, please be offside. Anyway, fast forward to the 3rd period, and the Canucks just kept the pressure going. They didn't seem tired at all despite playing the Rangers the night before. Now, the Islanders did end up scoring another one, but I'm not even going to show it because who cares? No disrespect, it just didn't matter. Dakota Joshua scored on the empty net to make it 5-2 for the Canucks, and right before the game ended, Islanders forward Matt Martin went over and asked the Canucks if he could join their team, but it looks like they said no, which is kind of awkward. Anyway, congrats to these psychic weirdos who predicted the score of Game 41 correctly. Y'all are starting to creep me out. Listen to what Canucks media legend Don Taylor said on Canucks Talk after that game.
Look, there's a kid in everybody. They're just loving this. I think they're having more fun than ever right now, and the fun comes with success. It doesn't get any better.
Wait, do you hear that?
No, honestly, the word that comes to mind, gentlemen, when I think about the type of hockey the Canucks played in New York this week is joyful. Like, it's joyful hockey.
What is that?
I want to note this prominently. Like, I didn't think this team had something like this in them.
Is that Thomas Drance, the famously negative Canucks writer, saying he now believes in the Canucks?
But, I do still think this isn't a team with a long window necessarily.
I see. He's still trying to find a negative here, but it seems like he's come over to our side at least a little bit. Baby steps, I suppose. Good job, Drancer. The Canucks are now officially halfway through the regular season with a record of 27-11-3 and are now 2nd in the league. What? But wait, there's one more game to talk about. Game 42 against Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, this is the 6th game of the 7-game road trip, and the Canucks have played 3 really tough games in a row. If they lose this one, it's okay. They can't win them all.
Elias Pettersson steps over the blue line. Nice move to the middle. Pettersson in front. Boeser scores!
What a play by Pettersson. That's got to be one of the easier goals Brock Boeser will ever score. The lotto line struck again. Just in case some of you didn't know, the lotto line gets its name from Canada's largest nationwide lottery game, Lotto 649. 649. The lotto line. Now you know. Then, just 20 seconds after Boeser put the Canucks up 1-0, the absolute GOAT, Sidney Crosby, and I mean that, there will never be any Crosby hate coming from me, all I can do is respect him. But he took a penalty and the Canucks capitalized on the power play thanks to another goal from Brock Boeser, but this time he had JT Miller to thank for the tasty little pass. 2-0 Canucks. Andrei Kuzmenko was forechecking, Nikita Zadorov was committing crimes, the Canucks' 4th line of Sam Lafferty, Big Hog, and Nils Oman were controlling play in the offensive zone like they were the first line, the Penguins scored, okay, 2-1. But then just over 1 minute later, the Canucks scored. This time it was Pettersson bravely deflecting a Filip Hronek point shot to make it 3-1. Even the defensemen were forechecking. Look at Ian Cole steal the puck and set up a scoring chance for Nils Oman here. And that was just the first period. In fact, the Canucks were playing so well that at the start of the second period, the Penguins actually decided to pull Alex Nedeljkovic and replace him with their first-string goalie, Tristan Jarry. And you know what? It worked quite well. He managed to fend off multiple chances. Good chances, too. The Canucks kept coming, but he kept shutting the door. He was stopping everything they threw at him, keeping his team in the game long enough for Sidney the Kidney Crosby to score his 23rd goal of the season, bringing the Penguins back within 1, 3-2 Canucks. But Jarry had to stay sharp because the Canucks kept pouring it on. Look at these saves, man. I pay respect where respect is due. Demko was getting out-demoned this game. He was playing great too, just not at the demon level Jarry was playing at least not yet. Then Quinn Hughes got into a little trouble, panicked a bit, and ended up taking a delay of game penalty. But look at this work from Teddy Bluger on the penalty kill. He wins the faceoff, then wins the race down the ice, then traps the puck in the corner, fending off 3 Penguins players and kills off 30 seconds all by himself. This is exactly what the Canucks were expecting from him back when they signed him as a free agent last summer. Great work. Awesome. Love it. Anyway, on to the 3rd period now, and it's still 3-2 for the Nuckheads. Connor Garland played mini hockey behind the net looking slippery as hell. Jarry stopped Pettersson's newly patented lanky wraparound move. The lifeline came out and forced the Crosby line to defend for an entire minute. And then the game took an interesting turn. About 5.5 minutes into the 3rd period, after an icing call against the Canucks, something happened between Sidney Crosby and JT Miller, and Miller was mad. And to be honest, with all due respect to my boy Timothy Miller, he threw a little temper tantrum here. I know some people are saying Crosby dove, but why would Miller do this in the first place, you know?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Anyway, it doesn't really matter because the Canucks killed off the penalty and the game went on. However, it did raise the heat of the game. Things started getting pretty fiery after that. NHL legend Evgeny Malkin accidentally slashed Demko on purpose after the whistle and Ian Cole stepped up to him a little bit. Then Miller and Crosby were right back at it, discussing whatever it was that started that whole thing.
Why'd you dive, you crybaby?
I didn't dive. You randomly punched me, you crybaby.
And actually, on this draw, Miller accidentally slashed the ref in the ankle pretty damn hard. Ouch. Nikita Zadorov gave the puck away but made up for it by blocking the shot, and things kept heating up. As the Canucks were rushing up the ice, Miller and Chris Letang got tangled up, and then right after that, Sidney Crosby took a run at Quinn Hughes, then Connor Garland took a run at Lars Eller, which resulted in Eller throwing a little temper tantrum, except he'd get called for it and put the Canucks on the power play. But Jarry stood tall the whole time, and the Canucks couldn't get one past him. He also did this to Suter.
All of my instincts and my training tell me to use this as a weapon. All of your instincts and your training are wrong.
Then Thatcher Demko absolutely robbed Sidney Crosby. What a save. Ooh. Then he made another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. But then this happened. Of course, Sidney Crosby gets the tying goal with 28.2 seconds left. Also, look at this kid.
Let's go,
Now, the Penguins did manage to tie it up late, but look what Rick Tocchet said about his team.
Sometimes when the pressure's on us, guys aren't getting rattled, and that's good. That's a good thing.
We've got overtime. Miller got a chance. Jarry stopped it. Myers got a chance. Jarry stopped it. Gensel got a chance. Demko stopped it. Then this happened.
Elias Pettersson keeps, scores!
Elias Pettersson wins it for the Canucks 4-3 in overtime. This game could have gone the other way if it wasn't for Hronek making a great defensive play here and making the slick heads-up breakaway pass to Pettersson. Congrats to these Nuckheads for predicting the score right. Good job, guys. The Canucks are now 25-0 when leading after 2 periods. That means when the Canucks are up at least 1 goal after the second period, you might as well just turn the TV off because they're gonna win. Compare that to last season when the Canucks set the NHL record for the most blown multi-goal leads. Incredible. Here's what Miller said when he was asked about that, by the way.
Are you aware that your team hasn't dropped a point in the third period when leading after 2?
Yep.
Did you have time to think about that when they scored the tying goal?
Nope.
The Canucks are now 28-11-3, first in the Pacific Division, second in the Western Conference, and second in the entire league, and we are officially past the halfway point of the season. Everyone, say it with your chest, yell it at your computer screen, tattoo it on your lower back. The Vancouver Canucks are good. If you're new here, my name is Nuckhead, and I'm covering every single Canucks game this season. If you want to catch up and see how they got to this point, click the link in the top right corner to start from game 1. It's not cup or bust, it's cup and bust. See you guys next week.
We're not on our high horses in here by any means. We're going to enjoy it, get rest up, and get ready for another hard game in Buffalo.
The tipping point. The point at which a series of small changes or incidents becomes significant enough to cause a larger, more important change.
Let's go!